Hey guys, what's up? It's Lina here with another review for Casey Undercover. Now, I'm just going to announce I might look different from last review because I done got my hair done. It got braids, but then it's free flow at the bottom. Got a nice cute ponytail. I wanted to look like Ariana Grande's ponytail, but unfortunately it didn't. But it still came out pretty cute. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm putting makeup on now, so I got like green eyeshadow. It's Aziza. So yeah, I got that on. And I got eyeshadow. You probably can't see it because this bright light, but I have eyeshadow on. And let's stop talking about me and let's get to this review. So now the review starts off with Casey wake up and start calling Ernie, and they go downstairs and they see, and then she was like, oh my god, I'm late for school. And she's like, Mom and Dad didn't wake me up. So then he was like, maybe they gone somewhere. And so she said that she saw that they didn't clean up last night's dinner either. So now, she said, where are they? And she's like, wait, I heard them, talking about a mission that they was going on to do. So they figure out that they probably missing. And the way Casey woke up, she woke up, even though her hair was messy and like white spots on her face, she woke up pretty. She's still gorgeous. And I don't know how she did that, because when I wake up, I look like, ugh. But anyways, that's how that happened. And then they called the spy, the head of the spy people or whatever. And they was like, where's Agent Cooper, the Agent Coopers? And then he was like, they're perfectly fine. We'll just see where they are and all that. And then because they off the grid. So then the guy thought he turned the camera off, but he started screaming at everybody. He's like, they off the grid. Agent Kier and Craig Cooper are off the grid. They off the grid. He's like, why is this green light still on? He was like, oops. Then he thought they were still video chatting. So Ernie got scared and started panicking, and when he get panicked, he pee, and that happened. So now they gonna try and figure out what they're gonna do and what they're gonna do and how they're gonna find their mom and dad, because it's up to them to help them. So they did the theme song, which is my favorite theme song ever. Live my life. That's my favorite song ever, and I like it so much. And I think the sequence is pretty good. I know I probably already talked to this on the album about the title sequence, but I think it's good, and I like how they got her flying and stuff, and I like the cousin on it. This is like a timeless, this feel like old school Disney kind of a little bit, cause like the you see that it make it feel a little timeless and all that. So but anyway, we're gonna move on to the next scene. Kira told Casey, in case there's ever an emergency, it's a secret message hidden in a box of spinach in a freezer. So then they was like, why would they put it in the spinach? And then that's what Ernie said. And then Casey was like, because that's something that nobody's gonna eat. So they pull it out and they put it down. It's like a hologram, and it's Kira and Craig. And Kira was like, Casey, if you reading this message, then we are in trouble. And it's most likely your dad's fault. Then Craig was like, hey, how you know that? And she was like, there's no time to place blame. He was like, it's him. Anyway, so then she was like, we need your help on this mission. And saying they probably off the grid somewhere. And she was like, we counting on you, Casey. And then Ernie's like, why are they counting on you? And then what she say? I forgot what she said. She said something funny, like a little clap back. So they counting on her, and they said call somebody named Goose and Gander, and they were trying to figure out who the heck is Goose and Gander. So they're gonna figure out who that is, because they gave her a number to dial to see, so they can help Casey and Ernie find them. So the parents are trapped. And they show the parents, and they trapped in the basement somewhere in this big old body cast. It's like a big old, it's remember a saw or something. But it's like this big old body cast, and they trapped in there, and they trying to find a way out, and they wonder if they ever gonna see their kids again. They was like, don't cry. He's like, spies don't cry. He's like, but we can whimper a little bit. So then they started crying. It was cute. And then they called Goose and Gander. And then they answered the door, and Marissa was actually there. And then Marissa was like, Casey was like, my parents are gone. And Marissa was like, oh, really? And then Casey was like, no, they missing. She was like, yeah. And she was like, well, throw a party. And they was like, they missing. And she's like, well, they about to miss this party. And then Ernie was like, oh, you gonna see? Ernie was like, yeah, we having a going away party. And he was like, then he pushed out and he closed the door. And then she was like, Casey was like, what was it? She was like, Casey was like, yeah, that's your thing, making girls go away. And he was like, then he told a bad joke, and she was like, sorry, I tell bad jokes when I'm nervous. And she's like, oh, well, you must be nervous all the time. I was like, ooh, Casey getting a little sassy today. But, you know, she's looking for her parents, so it's understandable. Anyway, so then they answer the door again. It's their grandparents. It's Kira's mom and dad, I think. And they actually goose and gander. And then they was like, what are you doing here? And then they was like, well, our parents are missing. We really don't have time for y'all to be here. So then it was like, well, your parents are spies. And it was like, how you know that? And she was like, then they was like, cause we spies. And it was like, what? And then they funny too. I like the actors. Like, again, I like the actors that they casted for the grandma and the grandpa. Yeah, I like the actors though. On that one, it was funny. They were saying funny stuff, and she was calling her Pop Tart and all that, and hot wings, and it was funny. So then, and then he was like, I'm back, baby. Then he like pulled something. He was like, ooh, my back, baby. That was funny. So anyway, they was figuring out a way to find the parents, and then the grandpa was like, well, maybe we go to the telephone operator. And then Casey was like, you think they still have telephone operators? Were you in the 1950s? Then he was like, well, why don't we just go to the elevator operator? And she's like, great. She's like, let's go in the time machine, go get the elevator operator, and go hack into the headquarters. And then he was like, okay. And then she was like, why don't we just have Ernie hack into their system and then find out what mom and dad's last GPS location was. And he was like, okay, you want to do lazy way? And then she thought they was too old to be spies, because, you know, they like, she was like, aren't y'all like 100? And she was like, what was their last mission? Colonizing the dang Americas. That was pretty funny. It was kind of mean too, but it's kind of funny. But, you know, she just thought that maybe since they was a little old, they wouldn't be able to do it. But, you know, old people got power too. Power to the elderly. Okay? Anyway, Kira, and then go back to Kira and Craig. They captured by this woman named Regina Honey. And, yeah, they captured by this lady, Regina Honey. And she is actually she's actually an evil mastermind that they've been fighting against for a long time. And because they was trying to get an invention that she made. It's a laser that can laser through anything, and it's an evil invention, and she have it. So they trying to get away from her, and then she, you know, she's like, ha 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 ha, you know, we're not evil. I can't think of the actress's name and what she was on, but she was on something. Was it Wizard Way Place? She was on a lot of stuff, but I know it was a Disney show. But she was on a lot of stuff before, because I remember her face. I'm going to probably put her name up here and do put her name up here, right here, and say what she was in of what I know, because I remember her. She's a pretty good actress too. Anyway, so then, let me get this back up. Okay, so Ernie figured out that Kira and Craig's last GPS location was Regina Honey's house. So then they figured that out. Marissa come back over and is like, hey, what's up? Your parents still missing? Then the grandma was like, I don't like her. She's bad trouble. And she's like, I'm right here. I still got a hair. I'm not the one with the hearing aid. And then, so then they throw Marissa out again. And, Marissa really wants to be in this episode. So they figure out the location that is Regina Honey. So now they're gonna go on a mission to go find them. And then Regina talks to Kira and Craig was talking. And then Craig was like, I gotta make a confession. Remember we was in Siona Lona, maybe, I think it was Siona Lona. I don't know, I wasn't certain what it said, but it was something like that. Siona Lona maybe, and it was like I was the one that didn't get the grappling hook. Then she's like, Siona Lona, I forgot. So then she started taking off her wind ring. He's like, what? That's over? You calling it kaput? Then she was like, oh, kaput a sock in it. Then she took her ring off, and there was a little blade in it. So she started trying to pick the lock. It was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then they was picking the lock, but then Regina Honey came in and was like, thank you. Then she was like, you guys will be wearing these. And she had like a whole dress outfit up for a whole dress, nice dress to the nine outfit for them. And she's like, what are these for? And then she was like, because I'm auctioning off this my laser invention. And she's like, it can go through anything. So she demonstrated that it laser through a orange. and she was like, you guys will be that orange. And they was like, what? So now they getting all scared and stuff. So Casey and Ernie, they in the van with their grandparents, and they finally figured out the main location of where Kira and Craig are, and they in the basement. So now they know what's gonna happen. So then she was like, so Casey was like, okay, I'll lead the team, I'll go in, Ernie, you stay with me. And then the grandma was like, no, I'm leading the team. This is not my first rodeo. And she was like, I go in, lead the team. I go with Ernie. You go in, and Grandpa will go in too. And she's like, well, so you want me to go in while I was already going in? Then she was like, I got your covered, Hot Wings. That's what the grandma said. I told you the grandma's funny. Anyway, so then, so she was like, this might be your first rodeo, because now, because one of the bad guys, one of the evil people that was coming to bid on, Regina Honey's, laser beam invention, they kidnapped her, and she was a cowgirl named Greta Norwood. So now Casey is gonna go undercover as her, pretending to be Greta Norwood. And then she was like, yippee-ki-yay. And then I guess it's okay, a cowboy accent. She looked cute in a hat. And so then the grandpops is gonna go as El Dorado. Then the grandma's like, don't say it. He's like, El Dorado. Just like, ugh. So I guess that's his old disguise. Cause he retired, so this is like his retired disguise, El Dorado. And it's like he got a cane and everything. And so he speaks Spanish too, so he's like a Spanish smooth, suave guy. So Casey is in disguise as Greta Norwood, and they go in, and she look amazing. Her cowgirl is cute. It's like nice. It's like a modern cowgirl. I think it's really cool. She had the blue on and everything. A nice outfit. I thought that was cute. I want these outfits so bad. They should do like a contest where you like get Casey's outfits or something. Like Disney to make that. Disney make that, please. I'll totally try to win that. Anyway, so then Grandpops is El Dorado, and Regina Honey's like, I see hello Greta Norwood. And then El Dorado pop up, and then he's like, who is this? And she was like, I didn't sign off on this. I didn't invite you to. She was like, Casey as playing Greta. She was like, let me pull you over. And she was like, El Dorado is really El the Rich though. And she was like, he got his own train. And she was like, you know what I'm saying? So she's like, so you can co-sign on, you mean vouch for him? She's like, yeah. She's like, welcome El Dorado. So now, basically she let him stay in. So, Grandma and Ernie went to go find Craig and Kira, and Ernie left his gadget thing to unlock the security thing. So his grandma just used the her key and like picked it, and like it like sparked and stuff, so the door opened. But they find out that Kira and Craig aren't in there. So now they run and try and go figure out who's in there. So the auction start, and then there's like, let's see how it works. And it was like, on our new test is to test them on it, and they pull out Craig and Kira, and then they was like, is that? And it's like, yep, El Dorado. And then so they about to test it out on him, but then El Dorado stops and goes, can I test it first? And then he holds it, and he like start fighting the people off with it, so they wouldn't be have to get tested on. And then the grandma and Ernie walk in and hurry up and get Craig and Kira untied and all that. But while they fighting, El Dorado is fighting the bad guys, and Casey's fighting the bad guys. She's kicking them, she's punching them and all that. And then everybody started fighting the bad guys, and then Grandma, she started fighting the bad guys, and she was punching them. She's like, and she did her hip, and she's like, yeah, you about to make my hip go out or something, because she just got a new hip. And then, she did a she flipped the guy over, and she's like, you almost made me drop my purse, and she hit him with her purse. And it was like, what kind of hip is that? And it was like, that's that bionic hip, that she said. And then, they was all safe and stuff then Regina Honey was like, she's like, oh, you guys aren't going anywhere. So then she went, and she but then grandpops, he went and he was like, I got gas. Then Casey was like, okay, that's oversharing. I didn't ask for that. And he was like, no, I really got gas. And then he popped open his cane and he like shot out gas. Then it's like, woo, and they started celebrating. But then Regina got back up with a gas man. She's like, you think I just invited all these evil masterminds to the house and not be prepared? And then it was like, we was kind of hoping so. And so she was about to shoot Casey with the laser, but then her grandma got in front of her and beamed the laser off with her compact mirror, and it melted the laser. It beamed back onto Regina and the laser. Then the laser eventually melted. So then Casey was like, you saved my life. And she's like, how you know? How'd you get a laser protector? And then she's like, I didn't. I just got this from the store. It came free with my pantyhose. And it was like, haha, woohoo. And as I was celebrating, then Craig was like, let's get this invention and all that. Because, you know, they're supposed to, since it's got melted, so it's over now, so she don't have an evil thing to go do and be evil no more. And I don't know if she died or not. She just got shot down. Yeah, that whole scene was pretty cool though. And then I like seeing Casey in different disguises, you know. It's pretty cool. So anyway, Casey and her grandma are knitting. Casey was like, knitting is actually cool. And she thought she was done with the sweater, but really she didn't make a neck hole for the sweater. And I knit, I loom, I make scarves, okay? We make scarves, okay? If you want to know where we see our scarves, it's going to be right here. VersatilityWithStyle.com. Plug it. Anyways, that's where me and our family's homemade scarves go. Mostly my mom, but I handmade scarves go to that. See that. Anyways, I just want to put that in there because I loom. It's like knitting, making scarves, so I do it too. Anyways, so they was like, and then the grandma said, "You're not good at knitting, but you're you are really good. We are one good undercover spot." And then Casey was like, I got it from my grandma. And then her grandma was like, yes, you did. And she was like, you learned how to knit from your grandma? And then the grandma said, heck no, I learned from my app. Give it the time, chimichanga. And I was like, that's so funny. That was a lot funny. I think that whole episode was funny. That was the end of the episode. And I think that whole episode was funny. I think all their outfits was cute. Even her grandma's outfit when they was on the mission was cute. Even her grandpa's outfit on the mission was cute. I think all their outfits was cute. Everybody's outfit looked nice. They looked nice, well dressed and whatnot. Marissa looked good too. I think this outfit was yet another funny episode. I think the grandparents, they added a little more flair to it, a little more sassiness. I hope they're gonna be on further episodes because they was funny. This was the review. I liked this episode a lot. I hope it got a lot of viewers because I know last week it didn't get as much as they thought. It fell 27% short because the Grammys was on. So hopefully this week, what was on today? The NBA All-Stars was on. So hopefully it still did pretty good. I know it was still in the top ratings for Disney shows because it had, I think, 2 million, if I'm correct, 2 million viewers maybe. Yeah, and then it was Living Married and Austin up on there. I want Casey Undercover to stay on top because this is a really good show. It's like one of the first. Well, Empire had China McClain and she was African American, but you know, from a side that if it's like from like That's the Raven, it says Raven's gonna be on Casey Undercover. It's gonna be like back in the old days where like you could be African American on Disney and like have your own show. And it's like I want to stay on top, you know, just to stay on top and to be great and all that. So this is my favorite show. I love watching on Sunday. This is the review, guys. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Send it to everybody from the Casey Undercover show, including the producer, Rob Lauderstein, in this box right here. Send it to everybody in this box right here. Let's see. What else do we gotta do? Follow me on Twitter. Boop. And I think that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next week. Next week, I think it's gonna be called next week's episode is gonna be what? Photobombed, I think. That's what the name's gonna be. And I don't know what episode this is. I know it's season 1 though, obviously. But I'll put it all in the title, and I'll put everybody's cast Twitters in the description below in case y'all don't want to read it off there. Y'all can just paste it, copy and paste it, and put in your thing. I'll put it below. Everything's gonna be below my Twitter, my Instagram, everything. I'll send you guys everything. Send you my love. Comment, and tell me if you like my hair or not, because it's really long and stuff. So comment on that. And peace out, my scouts.